Well, I'm joined now by weather forecaster John Kettley and LBC radio presenter Petrie Hosken. Great to have you both, looking smiley even though it's awful outside. And talk about the timing of this, John. I mean, it's not even 6 degrees outside and they're talking about precautions against a heat wave.
It does smack of hosepipe bans ahead of the second wettest year on record, doesn't it? It's a bit like that. But you can see why they're doing it in a way. You might disagree, but you can see why they're doing it. Really, this has been going on since 2004, I think. If you remember 2003, we actually had a heat wave.
We had a hot summer.
A very hot August, in fact, the hottest weather ever recorded in the UK, 38.5 degrees. As you say, today we've been 8.5 in parts of the southeast. So ever since then, of course, when, you know, literally thousands and thousands of people did suffer from the heat, well, I'm afraid they've been putting this message out every year since, and we haven't had a decent summer since 6.
It's not just bad timing, the advice is, what do you make of the advice?
I was just going to say, look, they've been doing it since 2004. The advice hasn't changed. Stay out of the heat, drink water and wear loose cotton clothing. This quango, this mega quango, I was reading today, cost us £1.1 billion a year. I mean, just think about that, how many thousands of people are working and they put out advice, not just the timing being rubbish, but advice like this. We're not babies.
It's
Come
a bit
on.
nanny-ish, isn't it? Yeah.
It's the same advice every year.
And what about the millions of people who go to the Mediterranean every holiday? And hardly surprising, really, with the UK summers that we're having. But you go off to the Mediterranean for your 2 weeks, you don't get the nanny state effect there, do you? You don't get people at the airport saying, no, do remember, don't go out between 11 and 3.
Sleep in a cool room at night, that might help you.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I suppose they care, Petrie. Isn't that nice? The government
cares.
No,
this is a quango justifying its existence. This is nonsense. With that sort of money, we were supposed to be getting rid of the quangos. There was supposed to be this bonfire of the quangos, wasn't there? All they did is heap all the quangos together in one big pile and they charge us this much money for them. This is rubbish. There's other things I'm sure they could be advising on. Well, this is too much.
Do you think it's a case of John not wanting to get caught out? Because we all remember John Fish and the infamous hurricane, don't we? And we
Michael
all
Fish.
Michael Fish,
Please don't bring me into this.
Do you think it's just covering their backs so they can say, well, we have told you about this. If we get hopefully a very hot summer.
Well, I'm not going to be facetious about this. I don't think that's necessarily true. But of course, we've had the barbecue summer tag as well in the past, and people have had a burnt bottom because of that, should we say? So you've got to be very careful.
If you get the weather forecast wrong.
Yes, all the time, of course. But, we're all in the same boat. We get disappointed as well. If you go for a barbecue the following weekend and it happens to rain on your parade, then we're just as disappointed as everybody else is out there.
Well, talking of being in the same boat, that's what we're going to need to go down the street soon with this sort of rain.
That is true. It is absolutely awful.
Why don't they give me advice on that, on putting an umbrella up?
It's a very complicated system, the weather system in this country, the whole of the UK. Remember, today we've had some nice weather in Scotland and Ireland, and there's some nice weather coming for the holiday weekend as well.
Okay, we're going to put you on the spot now, Petrie and I are. What's happening this summer? Are we going to get a barbecue summer?
Well, there's absolutely no way of knowing. You've got to make the most of it. There will be some nice weather. There's bound to be some nice weather. We're due a good summer. We've had 6 rubbish ones. So.
And you'll be looking at those top tips, Petrie, won't you?
My advice, umbrella and sunglasses. You can't go wrong.
Guys, thank you so much. Have a great bank holiday weekend as well yourself.